Aloha kako. Alright, so not so fun update. Okay, so you guys know how I film most of my storytime videos here in Honolulu, yeah? Well, the other day as I was doing my routine walk through the neighborhood, I came up here to check on my forest peeps and got super annoyed when I saw this. Someone came up here and left their opala all over this place. Now, this is not the first time that this has happened. So clearly, some people have yet to learn about the importance of Honolulu. But still, the Pahoa rubbish dump is literally right up the road, fam. Ugh. But no worries, me and my mom came and cleaned this place up. So yeah, all the opala is gone. No worries, Honolulu peeps. I got you guys. Anyway, so that super annoyed emotion that I felt from seeing that opala all over the place took me back to something that happened when I was in my high school era, to a time where I had to deal with a bully at Pahoa High. Okay, so the term bully might be a little dramatic. It was more like dealing with one Makika that just keeps on buzzing around your head, and no matter how many times you try to whack them away, it just keeps on buzzing. So yeah, let's change up the title to the Makika of Pahoa High. Alright, so this goes back to my senior year at Pahoa High School. By then, I had pretty much come out of my shell, because prior to senior year, I was super quiet, kept to myself and my little circle of friends. But by senior year, people knew that I could dance, I was doing hula, and I was small kind becoming the Mr. Aloha on campus. Because for once, I actually enjoyed going out there and socializing and making friends with people all over campus. And I don't know, I just had this kind of like big confidence boost. I think it had something to do with the fact that I knew that it was my senior year and I wanted to just try and leave on a really good note, which I did. But anyways, there were a few people who weren't so happy about my newfound social confidence. And one of them just so happened to be a freshman. Yes, a freshman who I did not know even existed until my senior year. Alright, so one of the new friends that I had acquired, Makilava, was this wahine named Honua. She was a sophomore at the time, and we met in a digital media class that we were both taking. And yeah, we both sort of just clicked. Now, something that I forgot to mention was that around this time, I had also been posting a lot on YouTube. It was mostly dancing, singing, and various goofy kind skits that I would do with my ohana. A lot of people in school were watching these videos. Honua was one of them, and she even ended up in a couple of my videos later that year. But little did I know, one of Honua's friends, who was a freshman, was also a watcher of my videos, and he would grow increasingly jealous of my pilina with Honua. So enter Makika. The very first time I ever encountered Makika, I was walking with my friends past S building when we heard the voice of this random kid who was shouting from the second floor balcony, "Boo! You suck!" I remember my friends and we all looked up, super confused, and then the Makika points right at me and he's like, "Yeah, you with the blue shirt, you suck and you can't dance." And I remember locking eyes at him and I don't even know you. Then the kid, Makika, he laughs and just runs away, like he just books it down the hall. And my friends and we were kind of just looking at each other, still super huikau, because none of us knew who the heck that kid even was. So this actually goes on for a while. The Makika would pop out at the most random times, buzz around shouting, "Boo, you suck," and then he'd just fly away. And I'd always wonder, who was this kid and what was his problem with me? And then every time I try and go and vala'au with him, the Makika would just fly away. Another thing I should add was that my growing inner circle, which consisted of people from high school, cousins, nephews, nieces, my neighborhood friends, etc. Well, we started to refer to our growing hui as the Bloodline Rangers. It may sound cringe now, but you know, at the time, we thought it was cool and we were about that life. We even spray painted BR on top of our shirts. Anyway, so the Bloodline Rangers ended up catching wind of what the Makika was doing, and they were not having it. One time, someone from my hui caught the Makika and shoved him against a wall at school, and the Makika started blocking himself, yeah? Because I guess he thought he was gonna catch cracks or something, but I never wanted anything like that to happen. And if you know me, especially during that time in my life, I was very much so Mr. Zen. So I quickly called my friends off, and just as the Makika usually did, he just flew away. Eventually, something, the universe, our ancestors, whatever higher power you believe in, gave the Makika a clear opportunity to engage in conversation with me one-on-one, and the Makika took it. Oh, this lighting changed, oh, sapkane walani. Aloha. Okay, but anyway, so what happened was there was a time where whatever class the Makika was in had to come by and share the computer lab that our digital media class was using. Honua actually wasn't in class that day, so there was an empty seat next to me. And while there were a few other empty seats around the room, the Makika chose to come and sit by me. And I was all puiva about this. I even asked him, are you sure you want to sit over here? And he just laughed and was like, yeah. And then our conversation basically went something like this. Hey, so why do you hate me?
I don't hate you, you're just annoying.
What am I doing to annoy you?
I don't know, you're just irritating.
Is this because of Honua? Because I know you two were close before.
She was my friend first.
Yeah, she said you guys used to talk a lot, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, I don't care.
Do you want me to ask her to check in on you so you guys talk like how you guys used to?
Why are you being so nice to me?
Because I don't know you and I don't really have anything against you. I've just been wondering all this time, like, why do you hate me so much?
I said I don't hate you, you're just annoying.
So yeah, the conversation kept going like that until somehow, and I can't for the life of me remember what I did or what I said, but I broke through to him. We talked about my growing friend group and how he felt he didn't really have much friends, and the few that he did have were all cool with me, and I guess he was kind of jealous of that. So I let him know that if he wanted, I wouldn't mind being his friend too, and he actually said yeah, and that he'd be down to be my friend too. He even like genuinely smiled, and that was nice to see. So we spent the remainder of that class period just talking story, and there was peace. Unfortunately, once the bell rang and we both got up to leave, he turned to me, smiled in a super kolohe kid kind of way, and said that he changed his mind, that he felt he would have more fun making trouble to me than being my actual friend. And I was irritated. I was like, are you for real? And he just ran out the class saying, boo, you suck. So after that day, the Makika would still do his Makika thing, but it was different. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was still super annoying, but now his Makika-ness was coming more from like a playful kolohe kind vibes rather than the hoo-hoo or li-li ones, which I could deal with. And eventually he just stopped altogether. This weather is, at first it was raining, now it's sunny. Oh, the Makika, he must, because he was Kanaka too from what I remember, so maybe his mo'okuauhau is tied to Kane, because this sun has been very weird throughout this whole filming process. So anyways, after I graduated, I've only run into the Makika once at the Hilo Walmart, and just like he did when I was in high school, he made a funny face at me and flew away. He pops back into my head every once in a while, especially when annoying things pop up in my life. So if you ever come across this video, Mr. Makika, I hope you're doing okay and that you found yourself a good group of friends who've got your back and make you happy. But yeah, that was it for today's Mokuna fam. See you later. Aloha.